Actually, when I go to castings and events and everything, people mostly mistake me as a South Sudan because I'm tall and dark and every physical feature. So it's called to empower women in Turkana community. I felt a bit nervous, but I was not surprised because I was expecting to win because I worked for that crown and I was ready to take the crown.
As someone from Turkana community, how does your culture heritage influence your approach to pageantry and modeling?
We have cultural values that maybe undermine how women are in the community.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, those cultural values are not there because it's now starting to be a modern.
Hello everyone, welcome in Made in Africa podcast that brings you true and regional stories of Africans in growing movement, highlighting the craftsmanship, creativity, and entrepreneurial spirit of African designers, artisans, and businesses. In today's episode, with Magdeline Takangiro, international runway model with multiple titles.
Before going to African Next Model, Madam Joanne, who is my mom, because in pageantry we do sexy walk, we call it catwalk.
Okay.
But in high fashion we do horse walk, where we have we don't smile. We just showcase the outfit.
Your recent travels took you to multiple European fashion weeks. How does the fashion industry in Europe compare to what you have experienced in Africa here in Kenya?
There's a big difference, big difference, because in Africa, mostly in Kenya,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again Made in Africa podcast. Like always, today you have a very interesting guest. Without delaying, let me give her a floor. She can introduce herself and let us know who she is. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. My name is Magdeline Takangiro, 23 years old, born from Turkana County, Lodwar. I'm a model. I did pageantry and now I'm doing fashion modeling. And currently I'm signed with IC's Model and I'm a medical student who just finished school last year. Thank you.
Thank you. By the way, congratulations on being crowned Miss Grand Kenya 2024. Can you take us through that moment when they announced your name and how this achievement differs you from experience in the Miss Universal Kenya competitions? You know, you have been among the top 7 winner in Miss Universal Kenya. So tell us more about Miss Grand Kenya 2024. How did you feel when they crowned you?
Okay, first I think I started with Miss Universe and then Miss Grand. When I was in Miss Universe, we had a boot camp for 2 weeks and we had classes about public speaking, innovation and everything. So it prepared me for Miss Grand Kenya. So the time I went for Miss Grand competition, I knew I would win because I was ready for the crown. And the time I was crowned, I felt a bit nervous, but I was not surprised because I was expecting to win because I worked for that crown and I was ready to take the crown. Yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting. So as someone from Turkana community, how does your culture heritage influence your approach to pageantry and modeling?
Talking about Turkana, we have cultural values that maybe undermine how women are in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, but recently those cultural values are not there because it's now starting to be a modern community. And the other thing that made me to go to pageantry, it's my mom. She always tell me, go and do whatever you are doing, despite what people are telling you. So when I started modeling, I started when I was in university. And it started like a hobby, but after winning the titles, I found a passion about it. So the culture and everything doesn't influence me in pageantry and everything because if I want something, I'll go for it despite the challenges and everything. I'm a go-getter. Yeah.
Okay. So how that touch from your community differs you with other different when you go? Kenya has Kenya has different tribes, and when you go in let's say casting, how you are the Turkana community values differ with other models when you are together?
Actually, when I go to castings and events and everything, people mostly mistake me as a South Sudan because I'm tall and dark and every physical feature tells I'm a South Sudan. But when I tell them I'm from Turkana, they don't believe it because mostly they think Turkana maybe are not learned people. You know what they normally show at the TV? Like people are dying with anger and everything. So they think people are not like educated and everything. So when I introduce myself as I'm from Turkana, they be like, surprised. Wow. So Turkana people are like this. And I be like, yeah, they are. So it's like something people need to know. People need to be introduced. Like Turkana is not everything that it's been shot in the TV. That's just like a side. Like it's like Nairobi. Nairobi, we have a city. And then we have another side of Nairobi where you will see and then be like, this is not a city. So it's the same. Turkana, there is like modern places. People are educated. People are like stars. And then there's other places like this have, like Ushago, you see? That's the difference.
So while we are here, make it clear to dear listeners and fashion enthusiasts, Africans. We have many people listening from US, from Europe. You may want to visit Africa. And if you go to internet, you read Turkana community, listen someone from Turkana what she says about. So make it clear why people should not confuse Turkana as poor rest community in Kenya.
I should say people should visit Turkana because one, it's one of the historical like sites in Kenya where the tourists should visit. One, because you have like in a desert, you will not expect like a large permanent like lake to be there. If you go to Lake Turkana, you won't differentiate from like Mombasa, part of Mombasa, like the beach and everything. And then we have standing stones where people should visit, where like there's a lot of stories that happen with the standing stones. And then we have a hot spring where you can take your eggs and boil. Like there's a lot of like historical sites people should visit that. We have even a wildlife. We have the same things like Maasai people have, but the thing with Turkana, it's only known with the other side. Like the people don't have food and everything. But also we have like those historical sites where people should visit. It's actually the same as Maasai. It's only that it's not well marketed. When we find someone like people or the government supporters, like the Minister of Tourism and everything, marketing Turkana, it will be the same. People will go. Even if like, for example, when I was in Milan, and then like people will be asking me, are you from like South Sudan? I'd be like, I'm from Kenya. And I'm like, I'm from Turkana. They'd be like, what's Turkana? We only know Maasai. And I'd be like, it's actually like kind of the same. We have the similarity, but the difference is how it's marketed, the popularity and everything. So if it's well marketed, you will see the good side of Turkana, not only the bad side.
So if you are listening, now stop considering Turkana as the baddest place to go. So continue to... the Turkana are known for their nomadic pastorist lifestyle. How has this unique culture background shaped your worldwide and career aspiration? For example, people, they confuse you like a South Sudan, but you're not from South Sudan. So there are values like you have in your culture. How does these values shaped your modeling when you go to international? So for example, so you mentioned when you were from Milan, people, they ask you questions. How does this shape you to international market?
I think what has shaped me is where I grew up in staying with my mom. My mom is is not that person who is culturally oriented. She's someone who is like modern and considering like the activity done in Turkana. I was like, when I was young, I used to like admire going to look for animals, but I was stopped to go and look for animals because we have difference. Like you can differentiate between those people who are looking for animals, after animals, and those who are meant for school. Because in every family, you can see like these division where the parents divide, like these people, these are certain like this number should go to school, this number should look for after animals. So you find that those ones are in school are not allowed to like interfere with animals and everything because we don't know how to actually do how the things are. But the other one that who are being like selected or being told you are looking after animals, they have beads around their waist. I mean, they are
the beads and
they have beads around their neck and everything. You'll differentiate, like they have those cultural outfits, they normally wear it everywhere.
Okay, so you are saying for you in your family, you are chosen to go to school, not to look after the cows?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means when you go to international pageantry, you will wear those necklaces to present the culture?
Yeah, if we wear the culture, there's like different types of traditional outfits. Where like someone is married in Turkana can't wear the same cultural outfit that I wear. Yeah, because it differentiates between married people and women and youth.
Okay.
So we can't wear the same beads, the same outfit. It's the same, but there's difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You participated in the Africa Next Supermodel, which was a stepping stone in your career. It was very good. Dear listeners, I was there filming everything. For those who haven't been there, you can find some videos on our social media and Africa Next Supermodel's social media. What were the most valuable lessons you learned from that experience?
Before going to African Next Supermodel, Madam Joanne, who is my mom, she's my mom, because the first time the day after I was done with Miss Universe, I received a call from her, and she was like, "Hi, I'm Joanna Okredo. I'm the CEO of ISIS Model. I would love to sign you." The next day, I went to our office. I look at my friends, like most of, in Turkana we live like with South Sudan, most of them, and I went to high school, which is in Kakuma. So most of the time we interact with South Sudan. So I saw them on the wall of her office, and I was like, this is the correct agency to sign in, because I actually saw my friends. So after that, I signed the contract. She was like, "We have a competition called African Next Supermodel, and I would love you to participate." When it started, I didn't go for the bootcamp because that time I had my last exam in university. So I went there a day to event. So it was kind of a rush to me, because shifting from pageant to high fashion, sometimes it's very hard.
Yeah.
Because in pageantry we do sexy walk. We call it catwalk.
Okay.
But in high fashion we do horse walk, like where we don't smile, we just showcase the outfit. So one day training was kind of like not enough. So but when I hit that runway, I was there before, like I was there the entire bootcamp and everything, and I'm glad I was among the top 5, because it wasn't easy. And what I learned is high fashion and pageantry, they have a wide range difference in terms of how you put yourself on stage, how you make the designers or the casting directors to book you for the next our jobs and everything. So for pageantry, it's always like smiling and showing your body, showing your catwalk and everything. But for high fashion, you're marketing, like you're an expensive hanger. You're marketing the outfits. So you don't need to smile, you don't need to show more of yourself. Like you have to display what the outfit is, like show the emotion, explain the outfit through your body. So that's what I learned through the bootcamp, and it was a great pleasure meeting with different people from different community, different countries, from South Sudan, from Rwanda, Nigeria, Tanzania. We had many girls in the bootcamp. And talking to them, it made me like kind of know more about high fashion, because when you meet people from diverse culture, you learn more things.
Yeah, I agree. That's very interesting, and I was there. It was very, very amazing. Your catwalk, when you started the stage, everyone is like clapping. So yeah, it was very fun. And you were representing Kenya in 2025, which is this year, in Miss Grand International competition. How are you preparing to showcase Kenyan culture and on this global platform? At this point, I'm not even sure if I can represent this year because of many reasons. I shifted from pageant to high fashion, and we signed a contract with ISIS Model, which is exclusive. Like we have to, like I do to do high fashion. I would love to represent Kenya, but sorry to say, I think I'm not like in Miss Grand in Miss Grand team and organization. I don't think they're ever ready to like send someone or everything. Okay. Yeah. So that means you're still busy as well. So your recent travels took you to multiple European fashion weeks. How does the fashion industry in Europe compare to what you have experienced in Africa here in Kenya?
There's a big difference, big difference, because in Africa, mostly in Kenya, let's say in Kenya because I've been in Kenya for a long time, I can say Kenya is more based on pageantry. than high fashion. We have a certain brands, a certain people who are into high fashion, but it's not that big than pageantry. In Kenya, let's say pageantry it's like 80% and fashion is 20%. There's some fashion events, yeah, but they're not that popular. They're not serious than pageantry, because if you see most of the models, they're more focused on pageantry. So when I went there, it's pageantry, like it's not that like more intense, it's high fashion. Because you go to casting where you have like 500 ladies on a line vying for one job, and when there's like the 500, you'll go for casting, they say maybe the casting is from 10 a.m. to 1. But the line is big. Like we have more than 500 ladies. That's Super Metro line. Nanga town is the line of casting. And they're beautiful ladies, tall ladies. Even sometimes I will feel shots there. And casting, it's like what I learned there, it's when you go there, when you meet the casting director, it's you who are in that room. Don't think of the line outside there. So they just want to see the work, a strong work, and confidence in you.
Okay.
That's how you catch the casting director's attention. And take care of your skin. If you have acne and everything, they won't book you, so to say. Yeah, you have to take care of your skin, because we have other girls there who have pretty faces. We have like soft skin, because someone won't allow someone like who have acne and skin problem to advertise their clothes and everything. They want like something perfect or perfect. So you have to take care of yourself, not gain more weight, because there are certain clothes they can't fit you. The skin should be clear. So there's a lot. So
what about the backstage, like at the fitting, how you collaborate with the fashion designers?
Fashion designers are there, and most you can find in events we have more fashion designers, and then in another event we have like one fashion designers. Like it depends on the team. So sometimes you go and interact with them, because when you want to do well in fashion industry, you have to know fashion designers, the casting directors, and photographers, because these are the people who can like bring job to you. They'll be like, you have a job somewhere there, send us your card and everything. So what I learned is you have to be like to know people well, to sit with people well, to talk with people well, so that you can like work. But if you go there with the ego, you have like attitude, it won't be good on you in fashion industry, because they want to work with someone who's friendly, someone who can smile, like interact with people.
Oh, that's very interesting. Actually, that's why in your pictures on Instagram, we are smiling all of your pictures.
Yeah.
So what about the catwalk? Because the African models, that is how they get confused about the catwalk. There is either going speed, there's either going catwalk with some fancy things. What did you find the difference between the African catwalk and the traditional catwalk? What do you think the difference, and what do you think the similarities?
There's no similarity. Actually, there's a big difference, because in high fashion, you can't swing your waist. They want you to do a horse walk, like you walk faster, you don't walk slowly. So when you walk faster, they have to feel the energy in your walk, and you don't swing your waist. But in pageantry in Kenya, it's more of moving your waist, like sassy, like being sexy. In fashion, there's no sexy. You're advertising the clothes, you're not advertising your body. You're not like, So the walk should be strong, serious, and don't swing your waist more. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the African models, this is your touch. Don't forget that in your planning to international marketing the clothes, not your body. The modeling often faces criticism regarding diversity and representation. How do you navigated these challenges as an African model? For example, if they ask you also from South Sudan, there is why they ask you from South Sudan. There is why they may ask you have the dark skin. So there is all of these challenges, especially when you go to international. So how are you managing to navigate these challenges?
The thing with life, you take everything as positive. You don't take things are negative. When they call me South Sudan, I don't mind. They're people. They're human beings. I've lived with them. They're so lovely. When they say that I'm dark, I feel better. It's my skin. When I say that I'm tall, I'm tall because you're short. Like, some things, take things positive. When someone says anything in a bad thing, just take it positive for your mental health and everything. So anything, when someone says I'm a South Sudan, sometimes I do accept I'm South Sudan, because sometimes you feel like tired of explaining yourself, because they're human beings. I know them, they're my friends and everything. So when they like classify me to that part, I'm like, Siniwatu. I'm a when sometimes people like when like mostly there I walk, I talk with most South Sudan and also like other models. When I walk with them, they'll be like, are you also South Sudan? I'm like, yeah, but I don't know how to speak. So you just ride with the boats. You don't have to explain or take it negative, trying to defend yourself. I'm not a South Sudan. At the end of the day, they're just people.
I agree. That's a very interesting. And now in Turkana community, there is a basket weaving, which is very known in your craftsmanship. Do you have any connection to this art form, let's say, when in your fashion, and how may it inspire you, your fashion sensibility, that uniqueness? Yes.
Most of the thing they do in Turkana is that basket weaving, because of the availability of material. And most of the people who do it, they're either near the lake, because those materials they find are the trees near the lake. So it's one of the things that buckets Turkana in such a way, because we make mats with it, also baskets. We have a market in Lodwa. Lodwa is like a major city, major town in Turkana. We have a market in it where when I go there, I can go and talk to those people who are making it, help them advertise them. It can be like one way of advertising even Turkana, because not all people, not all community can make those baskets. So I know a place where it is made.
And when you go to international, like how does that influence you? For example, in your fashion, in your earrings, do you carry Turkana community fashion in your fashion style when you go to international stage, for example?
I do. We have something we call national costume. Where you present what your community is well known of. So if I go for a national competition, I'll actually, those beads, I know how to make them. The beads where people wear in the head and everything. Those baskets, you can go with it, with the outfit, because it matches. It gives, like, we have this documentary my friend did with the same, like, cultural outfit with the basket. So it matches. If someone from Kenya, not only from Turkana, if someone from Kenya or a pageantry queen who is going to represent Kenya international stage, an approach, we can give her the basket, the outfit, and everything to represent Kenya, like in the national competition, because if you really see, it defines like African culture and everything.
That's very interesting. And talking about this, there is Turkana Annual Festival, which is a big event there as well, which people should know. I want to ask you, how may you incorporate elements from this festival into your presentation? Like, do you have any plan to collaborate with that? Do you promote that? So how do you, because you are among of people who are known from your community, I assume that's why I'm asking you this. So how do you think this festival should be known? What your role, and what can you play in that role?
The annual festival, it's called Tobonglore, where they normally do it annually. Majorly is to promote peace, because if you see, Turkana, it was a large community where it was divided into 3 to 4. So some people stayed in Turkana, they call themselves Turkana. Others went to Ethiopia, they call themselves forgotten the name. Others went to Uganda, they call themselves Karmojo. Others went to South Sudan, they call themselves Toposa. So when these people from Ethiopia, from Uganda, from South Sudan, and from Turkana, we speak the same language.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we speak. We speak the same language, but it varies with the tone. For South Sudan and Uganda, they kind of speak like with a speed. There's that rhythm, like with speed. But for us, we speak like we talk.
Let's take an example, like which word that you can speak in those languages that people can understand, like
Joka, Nyangache, like it's majorly like common things.
For example, say like greet him.
Kemalangesi.
That is how you speak. How does Ugandan speak?
Kemalangesi. It's like they are singing. It's like they are singing.
And
as we are saying, Kimalangesi.
Mhm.
And then they're like, Kimalangesi. Like,
Okay.
there's, I don't know,
Okay,
donation or
okay.
something.
Mhm,
So this event, it's actually known to bring those communities together, like to celebrate peace, to bring peace. Because mostly you can see in Ethiopia and Turkana, there's kind of sometimes there's fight because people are fighting for the land, fighting for the animals, like for the cattle. So when this event comes, it's actually led by the government and also the governor and also the president goes to the last day.
Okay.
So it brings peace where people come together. It advertises the culture of Turkana, the outfits, what it's like made in Turkana and everything. So it's because it advertises Kenya in a certain way because we have things in Turkana that when these tourists see, it will be like it will increase that how is it called? That thing for tourists. How is it the tax? The charges for tourists.
Yeah, like the fees.
Yeah, and everything. So it will, instead of people every day going to Masai, so some of them will go to Turkana because actually we have a desert. It's called Chalbi Desert.
I saw you. Actually, I want to come. Just even listeners, you may understand. We will show you very nice videos from that. I want to come to do videos there.
Yeah, so it should be done. People should come. Actually, like peace is one of the major things that our communities should embrace because when there's no peace, there's no like well-being.
Okay.
Because when there's peace, there's high productivity in many ways.
Yeah.
When there's no peace, there's nothing. So
There's nothing. Yeah.
it's major thing is peace, and the other thing advertising the culture and everything in Turkana.
So, as someone who bridge traditional culture and modern fashion, what message do you hope to convey to younger women from nomadic communities who have dreams similar to you? You have mentioned like there's the one in Uganda. Yes. What message can you tell them? If you don't mind, you can know. What message can you tell them? Yeah.
Okay. When you see those nomadic, like most culture community, we have these values that undermine women. Like there's no women empowerment where men, they have the say for everything. Like women will be like, nyinyi ni watu wa kuzaa, mostly in most community. Like for my community, it was there, but it's something we are fighting for it. So for the ladies who are still under 8, and you can't embrace for yourself because you are being caged, you're being like told you're a mother, you're doing like you should be take care of home. Let's not that challenge or everything define you. Work out from it. No matter the challenges, go find yourself a future like that defines you, because that doesn't define our thing and everything as a woman. So I was also in that community, but I choose a different path because I interacted with many people. I interacted with diverse people who helped me to get away from that cage. So I'm here. If you need help, you can reach out to other people also to move from that cage. Go for what you are born to do. I wasn't born to be a model, but I found it like something that's comfy. It gives me confidence because before I couldn't even speak in front of people because I had that fear. Nikiongea watu watanifikiria aje. But for now, I found myself confidence. I can talk my thoughts and everything. So we can use it as a platform to promote many other things and to empower women. So get out from that cage and embrace yourself. Don't let it define you. Yeah.
So when you travel abroad or some other places, as someone from Turkana community, what surprising cultures that you have been seen that you find, this is something very different from Turkana. Yeah.
Culture.
Yeah, cultures, behaviors, people, the way they eat, the way they do things. You find like, this is something very unique from my community. The
thing I loved in Milan, it's I realized most of them eat their food with cheese. Like they like cheese and pasta, cheese. When they make pasta, they make with cheese. When they make pizza, they make with cheese. Like any dish, until I came, like I stayed there for like 3 months. I found myself like doing the same things. You know, it's a culture that it's a culture that I found it like more interesting. Like, why are these people doing this? And when I tried, I found it like, I don't know, it's kind of addiction. It's like kind of something that when you start it, it's like it goes, like you'll do it for the rest of your life. The thing I also found it's in my culture, there is more. Like, this is a weird investigation that I did, but let me just say, you'll see, like, most people in Milan, like most women in Milan, it's rare to find them, like, those who are pregnant. It's rare. Like,
so
Yeah, I know it's a weird investigation, but I found it more suspicious. Like, you can walk from like for a town for like a day or even a week, you can easily notice someone like pregnant. And the people like I interacted with them, asking how many siblings they have, how many like family they have. Most of them will say they're the only kids, they have 2. But when you come to Africa, we have like wide, like extended family and everything. So that's the difference I saw. It's rare to find people like women. Yeah.
And, okay. So talking about their food, what is your favorite food, by the way?
I can say I don't have specific food. Yeah, I tried different type of pasta. They have different types of pasta, many. And pizza. I tested their pizza and Kenyan pizza. I prefer their pizza.
Okay.
Because these things a certain taste they have. In Kenya, and most of them they make pasta with cheese.
Okay.
And in Kenya, you can find chicken pizza, chicken like those chicken pits in pasta and beef. In them they don't have. They have either pizza, cheese or veggies, like the vegetables. That's what I found.
Okay. So
and their pizza is very delicious.
They are very okay.
It's delicious. And pasta is delicious. Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. And beyond modeling and the pageantry, what other social cause are you passionate about? How do you plan to use your platform? Let me repeat this. Beyond being a model, being in a beauty pageantry, what other social cause do you have? Any project to support women or to support your community? And how are you, if you don't have, how do you have one? How are you planning to do this? Like use your name to help other people without modeling and beauty pageants?
Actually, I was to start a project with one of my friends. So it's called like to empower women in Turkana community, because most women, like let's say most girls in my community, after Form 4, they feel like they're done with school. Most of them. So one of the major causes, let's say it's finance, where the parents are not able to get that university finance and everything. Most of them and others, that's the let's say the major reason, not the major, one of the reason. The other one, most of them feel like they're now ready to like make babies and everything, which is like a weird and a bad thing to see young ladies being like starting family when they're young. Because women are like, we have a lot of things outside, like outside married and everything. When you're done with high school, you go to university where you get your course, you meet with people, like you change your lifestyle, you change the community and everything. But most of them, let's say 80%, after high school, they're done with school. They just start being baby mamas, and which is so this project is to empower them that finishing Form 4 is not like the end of school and everything. We have university, we have many other courses, we have things to do instead of just deciding to be So this one is just like to go to schools, like to high school, to educate them, to show them difference, because you can see I can tell most of the things like these girls experience, it's when they're done with Form 4, maybe when they have those lower grades, let's say D, they have D+, D minor, D plain, and E, like not E, D. So they feel like they're done, like their life is done. So it's like a precipitating factor to leading them to have pregnancy, because they feel like they can't do anything with D. But they don't know they have these skills things that they can actually earn money from it. That one is like educating them, to empower them, to show them this variety of things you can do even if you get a lower grade and everything. Because for example, one of the partners, Lintons, they have skincare school, and they do makeup and everything. So this doesn't I don't think one of the requirements is grade. I don't think it's grade, but because it's something like someone can pay and it's a skill you can go and earn. Making hair, because in this recent life we are living, women are just more into skincare, makeup, hair. So when you teach them, or they go to school where they can learn this skills job, they can earn a lot of money instead of like losing hope. There's no finance for university, because I'm pretty sure university is expensive. Yeah. So they can maybe degrade themselves because they got low grades and everything. So we can show them like they have these skills, which when they get get there, they will have a lot of money. And when they get money, you know, there's this feeling when a lady has money, you can like prevent yourself from a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Because without money, someone can misuse you because you have nothing, you know. But when you have your own money, there's a lot of respect. When you have your own career, you have your own like brand, something that defines you, you earn a lot of respect.
Yeah, another word people they say, when you are able to feed food your wish list, you need to haircut, you do it, makeup, food, communication, sanitary and everything. That's where you are good to go.
So introduce them to this marketing, most marketing like skills where they can have their living and everything. So I'm hoping to start that project this year. Hopefully too.
Okay. So talking is jumping now. That's an idea you want to do, which is a very good idea. What do you want friends to know about? What do you want people to do about this? How do you think people should support you? Will you keep in touch with them? What can you tell our listeners? Anybody who want to be part of that movement? What should they do? Okay. What action should they take?
Join me in this project because one of the challenging thing or the core thing in this project is like finance. Because if you want to take someone to a school, not all people like some schools, some academy where they teach these skills, some of them can accept partnership where they can like allow the girls to just learn, where maybe work for them and maybe later find their thing. But you find not most of them will get partnership. So if someone volunteers and maybe pays for their fees for them to go and do the skills, get educated and everything, I'll appreciate it. Because that's the major thing here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So dear listeners, fashion lovers, fashion enthusiasts, wherever you are, if you have that will and good heart, I know you have a good heart, you can take one girl, two girls, you can support them. You can find Miss Takangiro Magdalene on Instagram. You can DM, send her message. You can communicate. She can bring few women who need support. The last question for our listeners, we hope you enjoyed being with Magdalene. And so Magdalene, what would you like your legacy to be for the future generations of Kenyan women?
Legacy. In future generation, especially my community, because I know I inspire what I do impacts all of them because we were born, raised, we went to the same school. They know me like we're from the same, we have the same challenges and everything. So I want to see more girls like me, not doing the exact thing I'm doing, but if they can choose to go on the other way, but for them to get educated, for them to go places and see the difference, the diverse the culture is, and go to transform other girls in our community. Because if this generation is being transformed and they know the value of other women, they can change the other generation. So I want the legacy to continue.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us in this episode. We hope to see you with Miss Magdalene in other podcast.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening our episode. See you next time with your host, Celestin Ntawirema.